Capio. Capio. Good morning. Do you want the good news or the bad news first? Let's go with the good news. The good news is that what all of you have thought was disclosure with the documents from the CIA, that was a webcaster on the internet. He sent in that information himself. He requested that information himself. Okay? Meaning the paperwork, all those files, he asked the proper ways from the CIA to have those documents under the Freedom of Information Act. He did. Separately. And it kind of went viral. Just a little. The bad news is, are you ready? Capio. It's good. The bad news is, disclosure is still coming. Disclosure is still coming. You see, when someone does something on their own, and they request certain information, they are doing it themselves. They're doing it themselves. Meaning, this has nothing to do with the disclosure that the government is going to give all of you. That guy is wanting to sell books. His podcast, that podcast person, webcast, or whatever you want to call, he is just wanting to sell his information. That's what they do. And they have Patreon, they have all this other stuff that you can donate money to their worthy cause. So, I haven't done that. Look at me. I've given you the biggest disclosure. But anyway, the government disclosure hasn't come forward yet. They still have time. Remember that 90 days, whatever, 180 days. So they got to come up with something. Those were just old case files. Old case files. Basically, that isn't the disclosure that all of you are going to get. That is just someone who has requested information and wanted to give you disclosure through his media, through his private media. I beat all of you to it for thousands and millions of years. I've beat all of you. I have the highest level of disclosure. But the government still has to come forward with disclosure. Now, that man, he had asked for a request the proper way from the CIA, and that information was given to him only, and he shared it with everybody else. So, you, all of you, are still going to have a government disclosure. You're welcome. Coffee always good. Yum, yum, yum. Max woke me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I need to break my son of that, waking me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm just going to have to roll over in bed and put my head under the covers and hide. So, I wonder if they're going to give you the aerial threat disclosure. That's what I'm wondering. Because that's what they were trying to push with that ATIP through Tom DeLonge. They were trying to give you an aerial threat disclosure and wanting the technology. They already have it. They had it for a long time. They reverse engineered it and they've been driving it everywhere. So, I know. You can't bullshit me. I've been here too long. I've been here longer than all of you. You can't bullshit me. I can see this the way it truly is. And I can see past any deceit. So, you are still going to get your disclosure. All depends on what they want to give you. Because that isn't what they were going to give you. That was someone else. That is someone else's information that he requested. That wasn't disclosure. Those papers, they're not disclosure. And, well, you heard it from the person who's been here the longest. That's me. If anybody should be giving you disclosure, it should be the elders. The elders themselves. Not the corrupted government. It should be given to you by the elders themselves, who have always been here. And, I speak the truth of this, with moral correctness. It should be given to you by the elders, who have always been here, who live underground. I know. I've given you the ultimate disclosure, too. We should give you disclosure, not the government. The government has always lied. They never held any treaty. They've always broken treaties because they're too corrupted. My hands are clean of the corruption, even though I've been here the longest. So, any webcast, any podcast, anything that you can see on the internet, other than me and the elders themselves, everything else is so. Don't put your trust in a human who hasn't been here 100 years, who doesn't know what he's talking about, who always has said, what if, or could it be, or what is it? Because they contradict, then they speculate. There is no speculating about the elders. There's no speculating or contradicting about me. There are no contradictions about me. I've told you the truth and I've shown it. It's much more evolved than the human species can comprehend. But I have been doing my best. And a lot of you have been paying attention and you've been learning. And I like that for you. Welcome to Earth. A planet full of divinity, such as life. Life is art. From the biggest of the biggest, the Creator himself, to the very smallest. So, good morning. Good morning to you. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Have some coffee. Some coffee. Coffee beat. Get some Dunkin' sticks. You know, you can dunk it in the coffee and go, it's nice. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And then the proper way, you will learn that all of this is super sacred stuff, super sacred information. The kind of information that I've been sharing with you, and the kind of information that the elders will share with you. It's all sacred. It's a part of our ancient history. It's a part of our history today. Nothing has gone unforeseen, and everything has been documented and recorded. I've been doing my best for that too. Since I'm the one who helped make it. Well, you guys have a good morning. I'll be here if anybody needs to give me a call. Just call me on Facebook Messenger. You know, hey, I'm always here. Talk to me on Facebook Messenger if you want. It's up to you. And have a good day. Love you. Amen.